In the early 2000s, Hollywood decided that it was going to start remaking horror films. Throwing money at Japanese films such as The Ring and The Grudge and remaking them for Western audiences certainly was a success, and it did make a lot of money. However, as with everything Hollywood does, it thought, oh, that worked, let's make some more. Now, eventually they turned away from international films and started remaking their own films. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Psycho, to name a few. But the movie we're going to talk about today, I think, is probably the most offensive remake that I've ever seen. There are others which we will talk about in this upcoming series. But today's movie is Poltergeist, and it's fucking atrocious.
Mom? How will you get here? Who are you talking to?
When was the last time you had contact with her? Before she was taken?
This isn't just a few pissed off spirits we're dealing with. It's a poltergeist.
Now, we don't need to talk about the original Poltergeist. Everybody knows it. You've seen it. Did Toby Hooper direct it? Was it Steven fucking Spielberg? Who knows? I mean, it was Steven Spielberg, but who knows? And it was a classic at the time. It's a great ghost story. It's really, really exciting, and it had fantastic performances from everyone involved. So in 2015, when they decided, let's remake Poltergeist, it's like they were running out of fucking steam with everything. I mean, they'd already done A Nightmare on Elm Street, they'd done Friday the 13th, as I mentioned earlier, they'd done Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and those are movies that we will have later discussions about, but Poltergeist was something to me that never really needed a remake. I mean, a lot of them didn't. There are merits to, particularly the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I enjoy, so, you know, shoot me in the balls, what the fuck. But this particular film, it seems like no one involved is invested in it. It's like Sam Rockwell, I mean, fair enough, you get the paycheck, happy days, but he just seemed miscast. The mum's not bad casting. The little girl, who does a great job, she's just not as convincing as the original Carol Ann. There's also certain story beats that they bring in with trying to update it with Jared Harris's character being like the fucking Zach Bagans of the time, and bringing him in as opposed to having the original wee munchkin lady. Can't remember her name, Zelda or something. Can't remember her name in the movie. I mean, I've seen it fucking 100 times, but I haven't seen it in a long time, so give me a break. But yeah, it was just homogenised and over glossy. I mean, throwing a lot of special effects at it. Originally, when I'd heard about the remake of Poltergeist, I was like, fuck me, here we go. However, the dude that made it, Gil, I can't remember his name, but it's the guy that fucking made Monster House. And it sort of made sense. But personally, I think the execs at Hollywood went, you know the way there's a big Monster House in that Monster House movie? Yes. Well, do you know at the end of the original Poltergeist, and the house sort of fucking blows up, explodes, and then disappears? Are those kind of the same thing? And they went, fuck yeah, they are. And they went, Poltergeist remake, give it to that guy. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I always thought that was just a weird choice of a movie to remake. Now, like I say, the original, it has specific scenes, specific scares. I mean, that always stuck with me, because I seen it when I was a very young kid. Not when it came out, because I think it would have been too wee, but when I remember watching it and it being fucking horrified. Because the first hour of this film, it sets it up, you can see the Spielbergian touch. I mean, you think, is this fucking E.T.? Because it's set almost in the same street as E.T. As a lot of those movies at the time were. I remember the kid in Ireland just going, fuck me, them streets look amazing, because I was growing up in a housing estate in Ireland, so, you know, you never really had that fucking summer 80s epic wonder that all the kids seem to have in these movies, but whatever, I digress. But yeah, well, once it actually kicked in and once the haunted started, it's proper scary. Like, really fucking frightening. Well, as a kid, really frightening. I mean, there's a dude rips his own fucking face off. There's a steak exploding on the counter, just exploding into a ball of shit. I remember thinking, what the fuck? So there's really, really impressive set pieces, and of course anybody with coulrophobia would be absolutely fucking traumatised by the clown guy. That's just fucking pure madness, nightmare fuel. If you're frightened by clowns, that didn't bother me that bit. I was more frightened by the big fucking tree on the exploding steak and the dude ripping his face off. So it had loads of fucking intentional and really well executed scares that worked. But the remake's got nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, it has loads of setup, but the payoffs are just weak as fuck. And I think it was like a PG-13 movie. Well, maybe it's fucking the original Poltergeist was, but I think audiences were they could take a bit more back in the day. You know what I mean? You could probably have a dude's fucking head cut off and they'd be like, yeah, PG, no fucking problem. So, the remake was just, I remember sitting watching it going, this is so fucking boring. I am bored out of my fucking balls. And yes, you know the story, and it's almost beat for beat, much like the remake of Psycho. Not shot for shot, but beat for beat, a remake of a film. And I know there's a lot of fucking whinging when you can't win when you do remakes. It's like, oh, you move away from certain things, people cry about, well, you left that out. I mean, they did leave out the dude ripping his face off, but, you know, whatever. I can fucking live with that. And then if they include everything, it's like, oh, well, it's just a fucking beat for beat remake, just like I just fucking said there now. But I'd rather you just don't do it. What the fuck? Just do not fucking do it. Make another fucking haunting movie. There's been loads of fucking brilliant horror films that managed to stand aside by themselves without having to fucking go in and remake. I mean, gladly that seems to have fucking abated and stopped to a certain extent, because legacy sequels really are fucking remakes, no matter what you say. Anyway, the Poltergeist remake, it's not worth your time. Fuck this film. And join me next week, we'll be talking about another remake that's also not worth your fucking time. Cheers.
Yes? Something's wrong, Mom.